Good day, everyone. My name is Abdikabir Akinlabi. Sorry, I've not been feeling very okay. So today, I want to discuss how do we. I'm going to have a very pure HTML form. Then after having the HTML form, I'm going to design a database. Then the SQL we've learned, I'm going to insert into that database. Take for instance, you are all aware that ABC underscore school is a database. So now we've been working with these two tables. So what I'm going to do now is a very quick. I'm going to add a new table. I'm going to call it sign up. Let's assume maybe probably we want to have a sign up table. So I have ID, one of this in integer. I have username, and maybe probably I have full name, or let me first of all write full name here. Full name, then the person's username, and the person's password. Actually, the reason why I'm doing this, not that we've gotten to PHP, but I always like that whenever we practice, whenever we do something, we need to know how it's the relationship with others. So that's the reason why I want to teach you this. So there are some PHP functions I'll be using that I don't want you to just this one. Don't forget that this one I'm going to send the length maybe 56, I don't know, or 255. 56, the length should not be more than 56. So this one I want to make it auto increment the ID so that it can be increasing by itself. So that's just everything about the database. So the table save. So I think I should have another table then. Sign up. Don't forget the name of the table. Now I will now go to my this thing. Let me start new HTML code. HTML. The reason why I'm starting new HTML is because I want to use pure HTML. I don't want to use anything template. So please, I just want you to follow. I know you know beyond this. Let me say first of all save it so that it can be. So I'm going to save it. Maybe let me save it inside normal HTTP doc. So I'll call it insert.php. .php. Any name you want to give it. Insert.php. So head. I will close the head. There are still several plenty works, but I don't want to. So inside the body. So I have h1. Between the h1, sorry, registration or form. Registration form. Inside the registration form, I have my form. So inside, you see, you've not been working with form. I know so there is something action that if I should load this form, which page should go and load. Action, then method. It always have method also, and that method always make it post. We are not in PHP yet, but just make it like that. So inside my form I will have a label, maybe probably name, inputs, type equals to this one. We've gone beyond this, but I want you to learn something new. Type is text. Yes, text. So that we'll use it to collect that input type. And this time around you have to use name. Name is the name of that text. If I should call it Emmanuel is going to be the name, but let me call it name. So that's for the name. I'll break it, a break tag. What did I call it again? Oh, okay, that's full name, username. Then I have an input also, type. I don't want to, please, you are beyond HTML, so let me, because of our time, please, I want you to be following. I want to have a break tag here. Then password, the same thing, input. So now name of this one it must be unique. It must be different from the other one. Maybe let's call this one username. Then the name of this one, we call it password, pwd. So now after that I have a break tag also. Then we have another input type. this time around is going to be submit. The name also, I can call it submit. Now let me go and check my page, so that let me use this. I will say localhost. I don't know if my this thing is on. So insert.php. Let me see the. Okay, this is the form. Insert.php. Actually, the form is left to you. You can use any template, but don't forget to always give it a name. I'm doing more additional. So now this is the form we have. Submit query. You can see this submit query. This one is giving submit query because I have not given it this one value. There is a value. It has value. Maybe sign up. So that is the. Now what will happen? There is a PHP that will run if I should click this. Is either I write the PHP inside that form here. If I should echo, take for instance, hello, I just want to have something. Now remember, if I want to write PHP, PHP is always inside something like this. PHP, then it ends like this. Please don't disturb yourself about PHP. We've not gotten there. I just want to show you. So now if I'm writing echo submitted, for example, echo submitted, I want to see that thing. And PHP, you end it with semicolon. I want to see if that thing actually. So okay, echo submitted. Okay, anyway, let us leave it. Now this my PHP. I don't want to use it here. I just want to see something. Okay, you can see that echo submitted, but that's not what I want to go and load another page. Let me remove this thing from here. There are two things I'm going to use. Now, you see this action. The action means that if I should load this page, if I should click on this sign up, which page should be loaded? If you want that same insert.php to be loaded, that means that your PHP is going to be inside here. But let us go and save our PHP inside another place. That one, let us call it insert_code.php. Please, still under htdoc, I'm saving it under HTTP. If you save it under any folder, that means that if you want to reference it in your page, you are going to reference it with the name of that folder. You all know that. Now, what is important now is the connection to the database. We need to connect to database, and there is something known as variable declaration in PHP. When you want to declare variable in PHP, you use db equals to, not, and you can call it any name, maybe connection, $ connection, or con, equals to mysql i_connect. You see, whenever you want to set someone a work, there's something known as parameters that we used to supply. And in connecting to a database, you need the server name, the server, the user of the server, the username, the password of the server, and the database name. In fact, if you like, you can decide to write it inside, declare it inside a variable. But this time around, please don't just follow this one as it is. It's not your time. Localhost, the first parameter is collecting is localhost. The second parameter is the root. That's the root of the database. We call it, the default name is root. Just take it. Default name is root. Then the password. The password is always empty. Then the database name. What is the database name? The database name is abc_school. abc, that's it's going to be in string. abc_school. Another video I'm going to make is going to explain further on this, but don't worry. Just so when you want to terminate anything PHP, you terminate it with semicolon. You terminate it with semicolon. You see, this con is the one that connects to our database. Don't forget, I'm writing it in another page, and if you like, you can write it inside this page also, but I just want to teach you as the beginners. Please don't be mindful of this. We have not started. In fact, if you want to start PHP, you're going to start PHP from the scratch. So this one is just the connection. I use the function mysql_connect to do the connection. So after connecting to the database, what you just need to do is to declare another variable. You declare another variable, but before I declare that variable, I would say if I should press this thing, if I should press what is there is if I should press this sign up, I want to tell you that if I should press this sign up, this thing should happen. Now let me go and write the code. I will say if is set. There's something function known as in PHP as is set. You don't need them. Don't worry. Is set. The name of that this thing, the name of this sign up, I don't know the name I give it. I think it's submit. If you check that inside.php, the name so the name is submit. So the meaning is that if I should click that submit, what should happen? So if is set submit, then this code should happen. Then this time around, I want to declare a query that's going to run, and don't forget that query is insert. You can call it variable query equals to, now insert into the name of the table. I think the name of the table is sign up values. Now this time around the values is now going to be the what I post inside this place, the name. In fact, what is the best thing is just would have been for me to declare a variable that's okay, variable full name equals to post name, variable username equals to, the meaning of this post. What I'm trying to do is that I'm saving. I know that I don't want some of you I always tell you that you should not lose hope in all these things. PHP, we've not even started at all. I'm just trying to tell you how it is being done. Variable password equals to, I'm going to explain to you, don't worry, in the next video, equals to post what? Maybe I think I call that name pwd. Now you see this full name is now going to be the value. You see, let me explain. You see this variable full name, what did I store inside? Variable is used to store a value. This full name, I stored anything that is written here. That's the meaning of that the name. This thing, post, anything that is written in this, save it inside here. So anything here also, I made a mistake. I think it should be username. I don't know the name I gave it. Let me check. Username, I gave it username. Yes. So I know you have issues, but don't worry. Sorry. Now insert into sign of values. Then instead of me writing the values direct, I will now write the values here, this variable. That means that the value that is going to insert is this variable, comma, this variable also, inside string. Don't forget, inside string, inside a string. Let me cover it. Then password, comma, password. Now it has not ended. Actually, this query, you've run this query. Now what will now happen now is there's another function of PHP. Which is mysql_query. Now what you are now going to say now is if mysql underscore query, mysqli underscore query, the name of that query, which is this what, this query, mysql underscore query, the connection to that query, which is I think I use con, then the query itself, that's if this thing occur, if this query should occur, what will happen, then you can then echo, maybe echo something, maybe registration successful. You see all this echo or this thing, they are PHP this thing. I'm not telling you to go and jump to PHP, please. I'm just trying to tell you, and in fact this is the simplest thing that we will do. I just want to tell what is important to you is this insert. Instead of adding these values, core values, we want to insert what is being saved inside this place. So please just try and be pausing the video, read the code. That's why I try to expand. Let me expand this thing very well so that you can see it. So now, what's in your form, in your form here, the code that is going to run if I should click this, if this thing should be sent to the server, is now insert underscore code dot php, which is this. In fact, you don't need it, but as a beginner I just want you to have it, write it inside different codes. Another video I'm going to make, I'm going to do it differently so that you get it the same thing, and I'm going to now use PowerPoint to explain each step. The reason why I like to do it like this is that I want you to actually see what is actually happening. What did I do? This is normal HTML form. I know you don't have problem with this. Anyone who is having problem with this, you go back. Then this insert in my PHP, I think I have made a mistake somewhere. Okay, when you want to open PHP, you know PHP has its own syntax. We've not gotten there. All this mysql underscore connect is used to connect to the database. So this, if it said submit, means if I click the submit, this, if I should click this submit, that's the meaning. Then what should happen? Declare a variable, store anything that I put inside that text box, declare a variable, store anything that I put inside that text box, declare a variable, store. So now if I should go and run this code, what will happen is, if I write my name, username, password, I don't know, I've not tested it. Check this URL. If I should click this sign up, that URL insert underscore code is supposed to run. So we are having error here. I think the error is syntax error. So which I'm going to check because of, yes, sorry, the reason why I was having an error is that this post, submit, if you check one, I made mistake in the spelling of certain things here. Then also insert into sign up. In real sense, the sorry, the NEPA has taken the light. So the full name here, I need to specify is the name of the column. Then the name of the column in database where I want it inserted. Then the password here. So then the values is the variable here, the variable here, the variable here. So now what you need to just do is go and just use this code as it is. That's why I did not make it to be too much. Use it on a particular form and make sure it's entering into the database. Please, when you have an issue, please just let me know. But the most important thing, please, is this thing, this insert into this. If you are able to achieve it, then you are good to go. This. So this is what I want you to do. The reason why I'm doing this, the reason why I'm repeating, is for you to get the SQL. That means that we are going to be using SQL inside our code. We are going to be using SQL inside our code. Now let us test it. Sorry, I've even forgotten. Now if you go to your this thing, let me write Emmanuel. The full name is Emmanuel. So maybe for this thing, let me put Captain Shiroro. Then my password is just captain. Actually, this is not, now when I run it, registration successful. If you go and check your database, this sign up database, so you can see it has entered into the database. It has entered into the database. So I don't want you to, please be relaxed. Comment on this video. If you don't comment, tell me the issue you are having. If you don't comment, I'm very sorry, I'm going to remove you, because some people, they are not following this class at all. So this PHP, this line of code you are seeing is a baby code. So don't be afraid. When you get to software development or use PHP, they are going to teach you each of these functions. All this one there is known as parameters. I'm going to do another video separately using another thing. So first of all, go and memorize this one. By special grace of God, I'm going to do that immediately. So just try, and this thing, I can decide to make this, instead of putting directly here, I can decide to write a variable and store this thing inside a variable and go and call the name of the variable here. The same way I store this, some things inside this variable here, I store this post inside this variable. You understand? Instead of me putting this one directly inside this place, the values, you can do it like that directly here. You can do it, but to make your code clean, you can always declare variable. So if you are the kind of person that is ready to face the challenge, you are going to learn it. PHP, this PHP that we are discussing, we've not gotten there. So don't feel fatigued, or you want to feel that what is all this one. When we're doing HTML, were you able to do it? Yes. When we're doing SQL, were you able to do it? Yes. So when we get to PHP, you will do it. So that's the spirit I want us to go with. So now, what is actually transporting this information from these forms to the database is just we connected to the database. We created a query. We connected to the database using this MySQL_connect one. We told this thing that if this form is submitted, then run this query. What is there? Nothing. So if you don't get it, please go and sleep again, re-sleep, then try and come back and read the code, because if this code is making you to be afraid and making you to run away, please don't let this code to run make you. This is the smallest code we are going to be writing. Thank you very much.